darkest, and my regrets go as well. The world ate my soul, and there's blood in my wishful mind well. I look to the day I heard closer than many tongues.
Finally! Your colleague over there is absolutely useless. I'll have a bowl of the house stew, if you please.
Alone in the heart is a glorious thing.
Oh, pity. I've been trying to get a little something to eat all day. But the giggleheads who run this establishment don't seem to be willing to provide a fellow with his fair portion. After all I've been through, too.
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you expectantly. His lip trembles dramatically.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. He was killed by those void beasts. I told him we ought not to travel in the hills, but would he listen? No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, our precious cargo worth more than Lucian's right ring, lost to the beast-infested wilds. And the waiter won't even bring me any stew. Ah, then perhaps my luck has changed. Yes, perhaps this awful business might soon be behind me. Tell me, how are you with, well, Void Woken? Ah, terrific news. Then what I ask will be little more than a trifling. My mentor, Liam, and I were hauling in a goodly number of fine wares from the Southlands when we crossed paths with a great brute of a Void Woken. It made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. I managed to escape, but my precious cargo was left behind. We'd invested our entire livelihood in those wares. I'd do anything to get them back. Of course. We'll, discuss the specifics once you've returned. Now, give me your map. I'll show you just where to look. I doubt those beasts out there have any use of such a cargo. I can't tell you how thoroughly you've made my day. Good luck.
Owning a head is a terrible thing. In a small country valley, after the grain harvest failed, there was little to sing about in the poor village of Dark Vale. Roll up, you bastards! No, sir, it's coming to sing.
She nods an uninterested greeting.
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one? Buy me a drink and I'll think about it.
She gives you a long look.
Yeah. Nah. Punch you later then.
She doesn't lift her gaze from her drink. She's not interested in you at all.
Oh, lucky find.
You something, friend?
I've spotted something.
The cook acknowledges you with a small bow, an oddly formal gesture given the surroundings.
Please, madam. You should not be back here.
It's not safe.
Egbert told you that. He's a fugitive, supposedly a sorcerer too. He'd say anything to save his own hide. I killed no one.
The cook doesn't respond. You notice that she has one hand behind her back when she hadn't before. The cook shakes her head with a sigh.
You've a very active imagination, stranger. Very active. No, you sweet fool. You couldn't.
The things you're insinuating about me require proof, and it seems as though you have none. So don't you pit your word against mine. You'll only lose. Now get out of my kitchen.
This ring, it bears the Magister seal, and there's blood on it.
I have nothing more for you. No food, no words. Get out.
The cook shakes her head ruefully.
You should have just forgotten about all of this.
Yield to none.
Menu's simple. Eat, or drink, or both.
The Magister's jaw is tightly clenched as he stares out of the window. He senses you.
What? Well, what are you waiting for? Tell me! What? The bloody cook? It can't be. Whoa, why did Higba have that contraband then? That he's still guilty of something. I'm not calling off the manhunt until I have that fiend one way or another. As for this cook, do you have any proof?
The Magister snatches the ring from your palm and stares at it.
This is a conduct award. I presented it to Magister Harrick myself. She was the second one to be taken. The cook's been reported dead. I thought she was another victim, but if she had this, she must have been the culprit. There's no other explanation.
He shudders in disgust.
And to think she was so near to us, to me, all this time. It seems I owe you my thanks. And a reward.
He holds out a pouch of gold. You try to take it, but he doesn't yet relinquish his grasp. With his free hand, he wags a finger in your face.
Keep this ugliness to yourself. I wouldn't want it thought that we Magisters can't solve our own problems without throwing gold about.
He lets go of the pouch and turns away.
Wait until headquarters hears of my success, and perhaps I'll be promoted.
This again. I spotted something.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Peckish? Is that a joke of some kind? If it is, it's only a little funny. But you tried, and that's something. So here, take an egg for your effort. Oh, you want a list? I've got eggs to lay, grass to tidy, grain to clear, and Magister boots to peck. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, ain't you a tall drink at allness? What can I do for you, honey?
She fluffs them and coos.
You're so very, very sweet to notice, honey. Ain't easy keeping him so nice in a dusty town like this. But I do take pride in him. Sure, why not? Not all of them hatch, you know. And between you and me, honey, I don't mind the taste of an omelette now and again. Go on and scoot then, honey.
The cat stares up at you. Its midnight black pupils are too prominent for you to discern the colour of its glazed eyes.
8 lives already gone, but I'd gladly lose the last if you can throw me a fish. One of those Smelly kind. Wouldn't say no. Fills the belly. Oh, but the other ones, so yummy. They taste like shadows and spoiled cream. The air turns dark when I eat them. It feels so beautiful against my fur, like being caressed by black cotton. Maybe I should stick to the good stuff for a while.
He pokes his nose at your map, leaving a wet spot.
I think you'll find something interesting there. Found me some goodies during life number 6. Now, if you don't mind, I need a bit of me time.
Poor thing must be starved. Poor thing must be starved. Poor thing must be starved.
Nice show out there. You're smouldering, you are. Oh, this'll be a scotcher. Who you taking along? You only get this one chance, so keep your wits about you.
Glory is mine!
looky, sorceress. Caged like a little ickle squirmy worms. Delicious.
Murga blanches, jaw hardening as she steps backwards. It could be just a trick of the light, but it certainly looks like she's trembling with fear.
This is bad news, Cupcake. That's the spirit. You go ahead and soften him up for me. Hop 2. Don't even think this championship is over yet.
Flickering and glimmering in and out of sight in the gloom, Murga winks at you and then disappears.
Just like last time, she runs to her little ickle fading shadows. Won't save you. Can't save you.
The dwarf bounces up and down with glee, then catches himself and clears his throat. He bows before you.
Extraordinary, lass, just extraordinary. The spirit of the one has yet to settle, but it hovers near. It knows your great feat. I feel the glow. Ain't just praise you're earning, though. Giving you this key, too. It's an arena champ tradition. Takes you to treasure, it does. And only a champ can survive that journey.
The dwarf bellows out to all within earshot.
I proclaim thee the champion of the Driftwood Arena. Get your gloat on and take a swig of ale. Hell, take a dozen. We'll be singing for years to come of the great human Void Slayer.
It seems I can't use that right now.